Kendall Jenner earns more in one day than you do in your life. Let's talk about Kendall Jenner. You know her, you love her, and let's be honest, you've probably envied her more than once when you've seen her sunbathe on a yacht or walk the runway in something that costs more than your entire year's salary. And you know what? You have every right to envy her. Why? Because Kendall Jenner is making more money in a single day than most of us make in an entire lifetime. Yep, you read that right. Kendall Jenner isn't just another pretty face from the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Sure, she's part of the most famous family in the world, but don't let that fool you into thinking she's just coasting on her family's fame. This supermodel and Instagram mogul has carved out her own path to fame and fortune, and she's doing it with style, grace, and a lot of money. But just how much money are we talking about? Well, let's break it down, shall we? Before we get into the big money talk, let's take a quick stroll down Kendall's path to success. Kendall Jenner wasn't born with a silver spoon in her mouth. No, wait, that's a lie. Of course, she was born with a silver spoon, actually probably a gold one. But Kendall's journey is a bit different from her sisters. While Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney were making names for themselves with their businesses and drama-filled reality show escapades, Kendall was determined to make her own mark in the world of high fashion. At just 14 years old, Kendall signed with Wilhelmina Models and boom, her career as a supermodel was born. But Kendall wasn't content with just walking the runway. Oh no, she had bigger plans. She set her sights on becoming one of the highest paid models in the world, and guess what? She totally pulled it off. By 2017, she was officially crowned the highest paid model on the planet, beating out everyone from Gigi Hadid to the legendary Gisele Bündchen. Her earnings? A casual $22 million for that year alone. That's right, $22 million just for being ridiculously good-looking and wearing a few $100,000 dresses. And that, my friends, is where the fun begins. Instagram, the magic moneymaker. If there's one thing Kendall has mastered, it's Instagram. Sure, she posts her share of hashtag outfit of the day pics, glam selfies, and supermodel poses, but there's a method to this madness. Kendall has figured out how to turn a selfie into a business transaction, and it's working very, very well. As of 2024, she has over 200 million followers. That's more than the population of many countries, folks. And guess what? Each of those followers is a potential dollar sign. Now, let's talk about the magic number. Kendall earns about $1 million per sponsored Instagram post. Yes, you read that right. One picture, one caption, one day of work, maybe a couple of hours if she's feeling really generous, and she's raking in a cool $1 million. That's more than most of us will make in our entire lives. And it's just for posing in an outfit that she probably didn't even have to buy. And here's the kicker, Kendall isn't just promoting any old products. No, she's got deals with the creme de la creme of brands. Calvin Klein, Estee Lauder, Marc Jacobs, Adidas, you name it. The best part? These brands know that when Kendall posts about them, it's not just an ad, it's a move that'll make their sales skyrocket. It's like a magic formula. Kendall's endorsement can make you go from zero to hero in the business world, and companies are lining up to pay her a fortune for that. Let's pause and think about this for a second. If Kendall can make $1 million from one post, that's more than many people make in a lifetime of working at a full-time job. And she does it while sipping margaritas on the beach. Does it get any better than that? The tequila queen. But wait, Kendall doesn't stop there. While some celebrities might throw their money into overpriced real estate or private jets, which, let's be honest, they all do, Kendall decided to invest in something a little more tasty. In 2021, Kendall launched her own tequila brand, 818 Tequila, and it's been a hit. And not just a regular, let's sell some tequila hit. No, Kendall's tequila is fancy, sustainable, and has already won multiple awards. Now let's talk about how Instagram is involved in this tequila game. Every time Kendall posts a picture of her holding up a bottle of 818 tequila, the sales go through the roof. It's like a magic spell. Kendall smiles, holds up her bottle, and boom, tequila sales shoot up. Her followers eat it up, and the rest of us are left wondering why we didn't think of turning alcohol into a side hustle. But it's not just about posting on Instagram. Kendall's tequila isn't just a celebrity vanity project. She's hands-on with the brand, ensuring it meets her high standards, and she's invested in making it environmentally friendly. So not only is she sipping tequila on the beach, she's also saving the planet one sip at a time. Talk about a multitasker. All work and no play? Well, sort of. Kendall's life is definitely filled with work, photo shoots, fashion shows, and endless meetings with executives at various brands. But don't think for a second that she's not enjoying it all. The girl knows how to live it up. She's been spotted on yachts, in private jets, and at the most exclusive parties around the world. In fact, there's probably an entire list of things Kendall has done that most of us can only dream of. For example, did you know that she's vacationed in places like the Bahamas, Greece, and Italy? Yeah, she gets paid to be in places that most of us can only imagine in our wildest dreams. But it's not just about the vacations. Kendall's entire life is a lesson in living luxuriously. Have you seen her cars? We're talking about high-end, custom, luxury vehicles that probably cost more than your house. She's got a range of expensive cars, and she doesn't just drive them for fun. She drives them because, well, she can. And let's not forget about her wardrobe. Kendall has access to the best designers in the world. We're talking clothes, shoes, bags, you name it. If it's expensive and fabulous, Kendall's wearing it. She's got her own stylist, of course, who helps her select the perfect outfits for every occasion. Kendall never has to stress about finding something to wear. She's got people for that. And you know what? We don't blame her. If you had the kind of money Kendall does, you'd probably hire someone to dress you too. A small price to pay for fame. Of course, fame isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Kendall Jenner has had her fair share of controversies. And no, we're not just talking about that one Pepsi ad that almost ruined her career. Remember the Fyre Festival disaster? Yep, Kendall was one of the influencers who promoted the festival, which turned out to be less than glamorous. In fact, it was an absolute disaster. People were stranded on an island with no food, no water, and no place to sleep. Meanwhile, Kendall walked away with $250,000 for a single Instagram post. Yeah, that's awkward. But let's be real here. Does anyone think Kendall's career is over because of that? No. If anything, it made her even more famous. Fame has a funny way of forgiving mistakes when you're making millions of dollars. Kendall's career is still going strong, and she's learned to carefully navigate the PR minefields. But let's be honest, how many of us would trade one little PR hiccup for the kind of lifestyle Kendall lives? No brainer. How Kendall Jenner makes more in one day than you do in your whole life. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? Well, it's simple. Kendall Jenner is living the dream, and she's doing it all while making more money in a single day than most of us will ever see in a lifetime. Whether she's posting an Instagram photo, selling tequila, or walking the runway, Kendall's income is through the roof. And she's got the yacht, the cars, and the luxury vacations to prove it. And while it might seem like it's all just one big glamorous show, don't forget that Kendall has worked hard to get where she is. Sure, she had some help from her family's fame, but it was her own determination and hustle that made her a superstar in her own right. So the next time you find yourself scrolling through Instagram and thinking, how does she do it? Just remember, Kendall is out there making more in one day than most of us will ever dream of.